So, how do you like that for the Dale Jr. installment of Promised Land Season 1? Oh, that cliffhanger is probably my favorite cliffhanger of the whole season, of all cliffhangers we've gotten since the season began on ABC at the end of my birthday month. So, let's get into it. So, therefore, well, as we all saw by that cliffhanger, like the last, present day scene, Joe, because he was so irate with Letty because he found out the truth about his father. Letty killed his ass. And Margaret told him the truth. So the truth shall set you free, even if the outcome is bad, even if the outcome is horrible. But oh my God, he ripped that shit up like Bobby Hamilton, Veronica snap, which led us to that cliffhanger ending where Veronica was turning against her own dad, all courtesy of Margaret. Oh, this evil Christina Choa is going to be the hottest thing I'm ever going to see on fucking TV in a long ass goddamn time. I can't wait to fucking see that shit. I mean, and the fact that young Letty, young Joe, and young Billy, abandoned Boomer Honeycroft and young Margaret, which led us to the present day scenes we're getting, all when what happened in chronological order so far. From the Steve Park installment, which was series premiere, obviously, went on ABC, over in The Office, and now we're watching over here, the rest of them over here, we get it all the way to Dale Jr., the king of being wise, because, let me go over here and not knock shit down, you can't spell Budweiser without being wise, even though this is a wine show, not a beer show. Damn it, I knocked the remote over off the fucking stool, but oh my God! And Mariel Molino, my number one favorite, one of my newest ultimate favorite actresses. Again, tore that shit up like Terry Levante. She's so fucking hot. I gotta tell you, goddamn! Don't tell my Margaret though. I'll leave my pimping for my Margaret. Mariel Molino can pimp me up in the Promised Land fanfics where I get to be in the present day scene, since it wouldn't make sense for my character to be in the 80s scenes because of the fact that in that reality Carmen wasn't even alive, and in real life in the 80s I wasn't even alive. So that Carmen would have to be my love interest if we're gonna write a Promised Land fanfic and I create a universe like that. Basically, I would just be the newbie who was obsessed with, just because I was in a Latino vicinity, I'd be blasting Ricky Martin all day and night. Carmen, I think, would like it, and if I wrote a fanfic of it, she would be the only one liking it because she'd be the one dating me, and everybody else would just get driven crazy or La Vida Loca by it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would get kind of like in that Lab Rats episode of my Mark Living La Vida Lab Rats with Mark and Friends fanfic, where Bree Davenport was my love interest when I was batshit loca about Kelly Berglund in the episode Live in La Brida Loca, where I had her singing and dancing all day and shaking, bonbon shaking. And Skylar was the only one that liked it, even though she kind of annoyed her at first. But remember in Lab Rats, Skylar and Brie were besties like Kelly Berglund and Paris Burrell were in real life. So I eventually got used to it, but it was driving her family crazy all damn day. And then she put on a heart-stopping performance in my driveway at the end of that episode to a 1999 live version of the song in Italy by Ricky, and it just totally changed their mind. So could we see the same thing happen if we do Promised Land fanfics? If we get a new fucking computer, I can start fresh again without me losing shit every time I turn it on and off. But now I learned my lesson. Stick with what works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Turn the computer off and on properly. Like, do the actual shutdown process instead of hitting the button straight up. So that it took me several years to realize that doing that too many times will fuck up the computer. But I'm going off topic. Let's get back to this episode. So, therefore, Antonio and I can't remember Giulio Massisa's character's name. I can check. Hold on. Javier. Duh, what the fuck, Mark? Anyway, so Javier and Antonio were getting their groove on, we're getting their well, they finally got back to getting it on like Terry Labonte. I wasn't sure if I wanted to say getting it back on like Terry Labonte or getting the groove back on like Terry Labonte. So I kind of had a in-between brain fart. But we saw Veronica and that new guy that she was falling in love with since, her husband cheated on her in a previous episode. They were getting it on like Terry Labonte and taking their shirts off. Oh my gosh, so we went from pimping Veronica to evil Veronica. Anything evil that Christina Cho is part of, whoever, and the character she plays is fucking hot as fuck, but not as fucking hot as my number one person on this whole goddamn show, Mariel Molino, aka the GOAT, Carmen Sandoval. God damn! Like, quoting the birthday boy, David. There's too much Mariel Molino fanboying going on up to tonight. This is just a Mariel Molino fanboying episode reaction. But on a serious note, I have never seen tears run down Joe Sandoval, let alone John Ortiz's face when he found out the truth about his dad. And now it just gives me PTSD to when, the 1987 flashbacks when he told him in the 1987 scene that he never wanted to see him again, take your money. And his dad, even his dad said himself, he tried to warn him like Ward Burton, one day I'm going to be gone and you're going to wish you didn't have this confrontation. Now I bet you Joe regrets it now. I can never imagine that happened with my dad, considering, I don't see him every day no more. And I get to see him this Saturday for the poker game with the cops, which is going to be a game night episode here on my YouTube channel, which obviously this is a video destined for YouTube and Instagram, all my reaction videos for stuff. And then next weekend, we're going to have haircut. Maybe, since we haven't got a haircut video for March yet, maybe I will record that. And then we're going to stay at his crib. We're going to stay at his new crib. And tomorrow will be Margaret Time Part 2 for me. And it's going to be 60 fucking... my throat. Jesus Christ. It's going to be Margaret Time at Part 2. And before we do the Greg Biffle installment of the Goldbergs tomorrow and the Ryan Newman installment, in between that and Margaret Time will be Abigail Marie Ulary Time, one of my very best of friends since June 2016. And then we kind of got a little closer last summer when we were doing stuff. And this summer when she comes home from college, exception of that Puerto Rico trip where Ricky Martin was originally born, San Juan, I'm not sure if she's visiting San Juan, but it would be nice. But anyway, so since, she's going to Puerto Rico where Ricky Martin was originally born, we're going to try to recreate that basketball game on camera that I beat her in, even if she wins again, and in the episode of my Garra Acción y Sudor series, claw, action, sweat.
Garra, acción, sudor,
But we'll save that topic and subject for the summertime when we revamp that series. But right now, I gotta get ready to go to bed. Drink some soda. Rest up. Post all my shit. Escape and steer clear the tagging glitch on Instagram. And, then maybe my Instagram upload schedule will be still from tonight. This episode still tonight. And then maybe sometime at work during Margaret Time, I will upload, my pivoting final, Johnny Benson installment, season 1 finale reaction, and season 1 final thoughts. And then probably the Abby stuff will post, at sometime towards the end of tomorrow night. Sometime towards the end of tomorrow night, we'll post it. And maybe we'll go visit her again for a second day in a row before Nickelodeon Thursday Night in America when we do the Johnny Benson installment of Warped in my second episode, Back to Side Hustle. And then Friday, don't forget, since, we're going to be... Oh, yeah, but don't forget Thursday after the Nickelodeon stuff, the Steve Park installment, the world premiere of Welcome to Flash with my friend from the Kim Possible movie, Taylor Ortega, who played, the better She-Go, better than Nicole Sullivan She-Go, the live-action She-Go. And then, it's the same night, Anna Grace Barlow, another Mariel Molino level, ultimate favorite, number 1. So Anna Grace Barlow is going to be on Grey's Anatomy on Thursday night, but since I'll be too busy with Nickelodeon and Welcome to Flash, I'm going to DVR it. And, whenever there's I have since I don't have a Friday slot, for a live show that I can live tweet and I'm fully into, I can always save the Friday slot for part-time shows that aired the night before and then catch it on Friday like I'm watching it live, Hell, I even live tweet for Anna Grace Barlow. That's how awesome she is, The same way if Mariel Molino gets started in another show after Promised Land, and if I had to watch it the next night, one night later than it actually aired, even if it meant I had a DVR it, of course I'd live tweet that shit, because that's how much I love Mariel with my whole heart in a non-romantic manner, obviously. The same way I love Anna Grace Barlow, the same way I used to love Kelly Berglund, and at one point last year, Lizzie Green. And that's what we're going to do Friday. We're going to watch Anna Grace Barlow on Grey's Anatomy. And then Saturday, the poker game with the cops, game night, episode 1. Let's try this again. And then Sunday, we're going to try this again, too. Breakfast with my grandparents before the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store 500 Atlanta Motor Speedway, the first race on the Super Speedway reconfiguration. So maybe we'll see lots of crashes. Who knows? But anyway, I got to fucking go. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. So take care, everyone. Good night. To the rest of you out there in general, I'm going to see you for a whole last week of banger adventures, including Tyrell Jackson Williams' birthday tribute tomorrow, which I think it's going to be his, Alright, it's going to be Tyrell Jackson Williams, Jerry Nadeau, Joe Nemechek 25th birthday as of today, technically. That's going to be a banger birthday tribute before you see the reaction videos to the Goldbergs, Greg Biffle installment, and Million Little Things, Ryan Newman installment. We had a whole week of adventures look for you, so y'all won't want to miss it. So, see you later, everyone. Vamos. Me encanta Mariel Molino y Ricky Martin. Living la vida loca. Espera, una vez más. Nati? Warning you like Ward Burton. Watch yourself with my girl Mariel, aka Carmen. Cuidado con mi corazón. See you all next week for what will already be the penultimate episode of the season, which will be the Bill Elliott installment. Otra vez, me encanta Mariel Molino y Ricky Martin. Living la vida loca. Vamos!